Come in. What does sperm feel like inside you? Learn the sensation from both experienced men and women. This is the go-to guide for discovering all there is to know about ejaculation, climaxing, or coming. There's actually more science behind it, making it an exciting topic to cover. How much do men release when coming? On average, a man ejaculates between 1.25 and 5 millimole, or 1 to 4 of a teaspoon, to 1 teaspoon of semen. However, this greatly varies from each man and is affected by age, diet, heredity, smoking status, and overall health. Don't believe whatever standards in semen amount depicted in porn. That's totally not realistic, and there are camera tricks and props in play. When it comes to age, men typically produce the most semen at their prime early 30s. Then when they get older, the amount decreases. Furthermore, men have also recognized that they tend to ejaculate more when they haven't had sex recently. So it's like a build-up of semen. There is also the fact of the actual pleasure felt during sex, which, according to Michael Ingbier, MD, who is a urologist at the Center for Specialized Women's Health in Denville, New Jersey, and assistant clinical professor of urology at Weill Cornell Medical College, doesn't have any connection. What affects the volume is the frequency of ejaculations, with it increasing through lower frequency. Why do women want to have sperm inside them? Another popular question relating to semen is the idea of the opposite partner receiving those tiny swimmers. It is a fact that women want to have sperm inside of them because it is considered by many to be the most intimate part of lovemaking. Women have shared that they feel like they are taking a part of their partner inside them. It's theirs to keep even after the deed is done. It may be a woman's innate nature to react this way, but the gratification is felt when being inseminated. There's also the concept of the man pulsing and twitching during ejaculation, which is a moment of vulnerability for both partners. The man is totally out of control on what's happening, and the woman is taking it all in. It's a connection that goes beyond the physical deed of insemination. For the man, it's a symbol of acclaim. The woman, its acceptance. Let's also talk about the science behind semen, which surprisingly has many chemical compounds that enhance mood. A few examples are cortisol, known to increase affection between partners; estrone, a mood elevator; prolactin, thyrotropin and serotonin, which are antidepressants; oxytocin, known as the happy hormone; and melatonin, which induces sleep. All of that from semen? Yes. There's even a 2002 study which discovered that women who had regular unprotected sex were linked to lower rates of depression than those who had protected sex. The study deduces that the antidepressant characteristics of semen had a positive effect on a woman's overall mood and psychology. Furthermore, a female's vaginal walls are thin and highly absorbent of all the feel-good elements with semen. The semen's hormones then go into the woman's system, altering her mood for the better. How does it feel for men to have sperm inside them, for male-to-male intercourse? When it comes to male-to-male intercourse, it's practically the same concept. There is still an intimate symbolism associated with insemination, despite the mode or avenue. Men have shared that the whole thing is often a huge turn-on for both partners. They could also feel it due to the sensitive nature of the anus. Those who are at the bottom confirm the amazing feeling of being a submissive and inseminated, much like a woman. There's an instant emotional connection that brings both partners closer. How does it feel for women to have sperm inside them? Physically, a lot of women don't actually feel it when a man ejaculates inside them. However, this does not limit the emotional responses that insemination brings. A few are highlighted below. These came from women who do feel the sperm inside of them. They feel warm, and then a rush of a cozy feeling settles in. The sperm is also sticky, slippery and wet. These could be felt deep inside of you. There's also the excitement that comes when your partner reaches the climax. In short, The whole thing feels special, even if the insemination part was unfelt. It's a union between two parties. How does a man feel after releasing sperm? Now, on the side of the man and all the feelings he experiences after a release. A few seconds before the actual ejaculation, men have noted super intense build-up. It's like going from 0 to 60 km in 2 seconds. It's definitely a well-appreciated feeling. Men also feel the need to keep the build-up growing stronger and stronger, much like a journey to the top of a mountain. Once they reach the top, they're left with a choice to let go, or perhaps endure and go a bit higher. When the first option is chosen, it's euphoria. There's intense throbbing, surging and pulsing happening. A release is powerful, passionate, extreme, explosive, and ethereal. Men anticipate the build-up, get excited about the release, and undergo a hormone rush during ejaculation. It's not just the women feeling all the hormones after all. On the humour side, men have shared other responses post-ejaculation, such as suddenly feeling hungry or having to pee. When done unprotected, some also get cocky and wonder if the woman is pregnant, thinking that she couldn't stand a chance of not getting impregnated after all of that. Even more humorous is not understanding what goes on after. For example, their partner might be saying something, and all those words just brush by their heads. It's tough to focus on anything else when one is relaxing their way down the mountain. It's also tiring, which men have highlighted. What makes men feel aroused? Many things can turn on a man, from physical, mental, to emotional aspects of a woman, real or digital. While women tend to become aroused by an emotional connection on top of a physical attraction towards a man, men are more simple and straightforward, so to speak. Men focus on sexual body parts and have very subjective preferences that could turn them on. We're talking breasts, butt, legs, feet, hips, neck, you name it. And because there are moments when they can't control what happens down there, you can guess that other things can make a man feel aroused. It can be through aphrodisiacs, the sense of mystery, or a playing hard-to-get game, a particular scent, your laugh, among other things that play with their senses. It's not always about the sense of sight and sexual body parts. Other surrounding factors that come into contact with their senses and press the right buttons can also lead to arousal. Of course, men can also be stimulated with emotional or mental aspects. For example, a woman's helpful, selfless and giving nature, her ability to solve problems, her motherly characteristic, her talents, or a woman's mind can all lead to arousal. In a way, you get many ways and avenues to arouse your man, if that is the goal. Summary: sperm inside you, and the journey getting there is exciting and on a completely different page from foreplay, penetration, and other sexual activities. This is what makes this experience so complex, pleasurable, and fulfilling. A man coming inside a woman establishes an intangible yet precious link between the partners. Furthermore, it yields numerous benefits for both man and woman, such as all the hormones and chemical compounds mentioned earlier. While this shouldn't serve as a go signal to try out unprotected sex, it goes without saying that the experience is amazing.